Hello, my fellow Americans. Today I'd like to talk a little bit about complacency. The Republican Party right now is being very complacent. There's not much messaging from them. There's not much attacks from them. John Boehner is just a complete loser. Mitch McConnell, he's just, I'll tell you, the stuff he pulled in Mississippi against Chris McDaniel, I mean, it's sickening. I just can't fathom this party. Then you got guys like Reince Priebus sending out these letters looking for donations and very insultingly saying, why have you left the Republican Party? Well, if you can't answer that question yourself there, Reincey boy, then you really need to go. I'll tell you why we're not supporting the Republican Party with our money. We're putting our money into candidates that we trust. Candidates that we know need to defeat these incumbents so that things might change for our party. And Reince, you're a weasel. You are a sickening, weak weasel. Why would I want to give you one penny? You've said nothing about the shenanigans that went on down in Mississippi. I mean, you guys are just as bad as Democrats. You pulled the same tricks as them. That's why I'm really hoping, even though I know we need to take the Senate, I hope Mitch McConnell loses. And I hope John Boehner loses too. And I hope we can pick up somewhere else. Those guys got to go. They are worthless. They're not leaders of this party. They're parasites. They're sucking off the American people. But anyway, back to complacency. I was watching Bill O'Reilly the other night, and he was giving some statistics on the upcoming Senate races. And lo and behold, most of these Republicans are only winning by 1 percentage point. And some are even losing by 1 or 2 percentage points. Now you got to ask yourself, with Obamacare, with the IRS targeting, with the NSA targeting, attacking the press, the VA scandal, and now all this people coming across the border. You would think every one of these Republicans would be ridden by 3, 4, 5, 6% or more. But they're not. And I'll tell you why they're not. Complacency. These Republicans are sitting around doing nothing, thinking that they're going to win this whole election through Obamacare. They have more ammunition than any party has ever had in my lifetime to fight back this president. But you can't fight when you have weak leadership. Boehner and McConnell, McCarthy, and Paul Ryan. What a joke he is. Anyways, they're too scared to do anything. They're all afraid they're going to step on toes. Well, I'll tell you, I played in a lot of athletics in my lifetime. And when you want to win, you can't be complacent. You go after them. When there's a weakness, you go for the jugular. You score as many points, runs, whatever it may be for whatever sport you are. Because I have a saying, you never have enough runs. The minute you give up a little bit of time, bang, you're on the losing end. And that's what these Republicans remind me of. They remind me of your favorite football team who's winning a close game and in the last quarter decides to go into a prevent defense, and the next thing you know, they're losing. That's what these Republicans remind me of. They have no strength in them. They have no gumption. They have no principle, these leaders. And just like Governor Palin come out and talked about impeachment, oh, everybody's laughing at him, especially the old Carl Tokyo Rove. What a meathead he is. There's an establishment guy for you. Man, I'll tell you, I wouldn't cross the street for $1 million to even see him. Well, I take that back. I would, just to take the money and use it against them. But these guys all want to make fun of the one governor, ex-governor, that did more in 36 months than any living politician today. Don't believe me? Go to Conservatives for Palin website. Check out her accomplishments. Or just go online and check it. It's all public record. Something that Obama doesn't have, something that Reid doesn't have, something that Pelosi doesn't have. This woman created jobs, got oil companies to drill on leases that they had over 30 years, and were just screwing the Alaskan people. Well, she stopped all that, plus ethical reform. Plus, she put the checkbook online. That's transparency. Every Alaskan citizen could see what was going on with the tax money that they sent in. Anyways, back to impeachment. Governor Palin's right. If you stand on principle, yes, we know we don't have enough people in the Senate, but you know what? That's why she's talking to us. For us to put pressure on our House of Representatives and our senators, both Democrat and Republican. I mean, I'm talking to everybody here in America. I'm talking about Democrats, Republicans, conservatives, libertarians, you name it. Men, women, black, white, blue, who, what, whatever. We're all in this country together. We're all either going to prosper or fall together. And if you want to get good policies in there, you need to get the person that's destroying the country out of there. Now, I know there's not much choice after that. You got Biden, and then you got, if something would happen to him, you got Boehner. We're in a perfect storm here. But first of all, you got to get rid of the worst one, and that's Obama. He's a socialist. He's a Marxist. Everybody wonders why he does what he does. Well, if you know anything about socialism or Marxism, well, you know exactly why he's doing what he's doing. And why would he be so against Israel and be so for the Muslim countries? And I'll tell you something. Hamas was an enemy of ours. So why are we giving them our tax dollars? That ought to be enough to have us all screaming and marching down in Washington, D.C. Enough's enough. Come on, wake up, people. So anyways, let's get back to impeachment. The thing about the impeachment is its principle. And when you have principle, you'll gain followers. You want that money coming into the RNC there, Reincy boy? Well, let's get the boys to stick up and do what the people want. Let's have some sack here to go after this guy. It's all about principle. He's doing wrong, he's breaking the law, and the Republicans are just letting him ride right over him. Just hoping they win all this in 2016. Well, I'll tell you something. If you stand up on principle, and you do what's right for this country, and you impeach this guy, whether he gets the charges brought against him in the Senate or not, I think you will gain a lot of respect from the American people. The people that are out of work, 92 million from the last I heard. I don't think those people don't want to work. I mean, why wouldn't they want to work? There's no future for your children on welfare. You're like on a fixed income almost. So why wouldn't you want to work? I mean, that's the way I look at things. So anyways, Governor Palin's right. This person should be impeached. And I'll tell you, they all want to make fun of her. But like I say, just go check her record out. It's online, or you can go to Conservatives for Palin website. They're all good. So that's all I have to say today. Thank you.